Hey everyone, what's going on? Good morning to y'all. Hey Gary, how's it going? How many hundreds of dollars you up already this morning? We do have a little second entry short forming. Hey Jocko. I don't know if I'm gonna take this or not. Looks pretty good. But my concern, I guess, is that we've already tested this level 3 times. We might be due for a bounce here, even though the short-term trend could get a new low. I think it'll all depend on the signal bar for me. If we tick higher and get a really nice bear bar, I will probably be tempted here. Kind of looks like we are still in a short-term correction though. I guess it could draw it super tight like this, but yeah. Alright, I'm thinking out loud over here. Just sat down at the desk, so it's hard to jump right into a trade, but this is a textbook second entry short. I might have to take it. Hey Jocko, Macaroons, Matthew, good to see all you guys. Big signal bar, dang. If the bar sticks right around here, ends on slow, I'm gonna take a risk here. If it gets any bigger, I might have to do a limit order a couple ticks back. Alright, so any bigger than that. Dang, that's really low. Bummer. I don't really like how that bar finished. Nor do I like that support right there. So cancel my order. Yeah, exactly, Jocko. I don't want to get chopped up here. That bar had formed nicer and was smaller, giving less risk. I think it would have been worth it on a second entry short, which you don't see. Pull back first entry, pull back second entry. Oh, I guess it already did the second entry. Wow. Well, good thing I skipped it. Technically, that would have been the second entry on that as a signal bar. A little too early, apparently, to be making trading decisions. But you can still take a double bar entry if this bar had ended like right here. Or in an LL. Yeah, now it definitely looks like it's just gonna chop. Kind of looks like a little range here at the bottom. Maybe play around with that idea. That definitely looks like it fits. Yeah, there's a lot of support in this level from yesterday too. All across this. Oh, don't have my drawing on, but yeah, there's a lot. Just looking at this area right here. A lot of support. Thanks for those level callouts, LL. Be sure to take a look at that. Yeah, I mean, when you get that many touches on an area, there's going to be a lot of orders there. Big question is, will we have some continuation of the red day yesterday? I think if this bottom falls, I mean, we might be in for a free fall for a while. What's the other level you got, LL? 4170. Trying to see what you see here. Yeah, gotcha. And then 4080 being basically the low of, what day was that? The 31st. Maybe we'll get a good buy opportunity right here. With all the support, you know, now we got a defined range as well. We can get a quick little push down here to test this level, and then like a nice failed breakout or a higher low confirmation. That would be a solid move. Hey there. I don't think I've seen you here before. I want to say HM, we'll call you HM. Good to have you. Well, welcome. Hope you find this community valuable. We have a lot of fun here in the morning. A lot of great traders here. And yeah, are you new to trading, or what's your experience level? If you feel like sharing, don't feel pressured. Morning, Grandpa Roger. Nice. All right, cool. Some more experience in the room. I love it. Yeah, we got like a little mini range here, guys. Starting to look quite congested. I might even take a failed break out of the mini range. No, I might not even need to get down to here. We can get a good little push lower with that finishes on a nice bullish hammer. Might be a good trade idea. Ooh, SPX or Bitcoin, man. Hats off to you. That's some volatile stuff. Are you trading 0DTE options on SPX? Ooh, oh man, that is... Yikes, that's not for me. Way too stressful. Alright, here we go, guys. Starting to get a little move down to the bottom. Oh yeah, I mean, shoot, 0 DT options are definitely fun. I won't argue with there. I won't argue with you there. But I mean, I guess like anything, it can, if you don't have a strategy and if you're not prepared to take the risk, don't have the account to do it, then it can ruin you. I mean, just like futures, traders get ruined with trading exactly this. And all the, yeah, I mean, it's all built in, right? No pattern day trading rule, low margins. Yeah, I mean, the barrier to entry is very low, so unfortunately for people who aren't ready, it can be really bad. So I always encourage people to start out with sim trading. I know, hey Grant, good to see you. I appreciate Matthews mentioning that he's sim trading. That's awesome. Definitely important to really prove to yourself consistent profitability before you take the leap of faith, because yeah, you're gonna lose money either way. It happens to everyone, so the more you can limit that, the better. Give yourself a chance to learn and a chance to actually develop, or wasting away all your capital. Coming down to the bottom of the range, guys. So let's see if we can get that little failed breakout I was talking about. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get an opportunity here. Seven minutes to open, so I'm not holding my breath here. Would have to be pretty convincing to take it at this time. We do have news at 7 this morning as well. Potentially market moving, we'll see. Kind of everything these days is potentially market moving, seems like. Market is so news sensitive. Here we go. I want to see it drop a little bit lower. End in a nice bullish hammer, and I'll consider it. Oh, sorry to hear that, Grant. Yeah, it can be really frustrating. It can be really frustrating. Trading takes a lot of time to learn, and if the finances are not in order, that makes it tricky for sure. Long journey, so yeah, you got to prepare yourself mentally for that. One thing, Grant, and I have no idea if this is your situation or not. One thing that really made a difference for me was reducing my trade count. I don't know if you're over trading or succumbing to FOMO or anything like that, but maybe just as an exercise, try to do just one trade a day, win or lose. Obviously, you know that's not how you want to trade forever, but as an exercise, try just one trade. It'll force you to be more selective, more patient, and be able to watch the market without like having to act on your feelings. And you'd also be surprised at where your P&L might end up if you reduce your trade count and really just focus on A+ setups. Yeah, there might be days where you don't get a trade, but in my experience, I found this better than taking too many trades, and you feel like that's the only way you can get ahead. But you'd be surprised, your P&L actually might jump with only trying to look for one trade a day. But yeah, I mean, if you're trying to pay bills with trading, that's a whole other animal. That makes it even more difficult. So, cheering for you, man. Hoping that you find a way. Didn't get a good failed break out there, unfortunately. Still have another chance at it. Might come down again. Yeah, sticking to your rules is always hard. And I do think that doing, hey, I am only going to take one trade a day, or maybe it's 2 trades, whatever it is. I think that does help you stick to your rules, because you're like, okay, I only have one opportunity to stick to my rules here, so I'm really going to make sure I do. Getting a little movement. This actually might feel like a regular market open where there's movement at the open. Imagine that. Yeah, that's the thing, Grant, is that trading really, like learning a strategy that has an edge, I don't think it's really that hard. Um, most people are pretty smart. You can figure it out. It's not rocket science. We're not trying to analyze the, overall fundamentals of a company and, any of that. We're learning strategies that work, like based on price action, technical analysis, or, option spreads, things like that. I don't think it's that difficult to find something that works. I think the hardest part is just executing it, sticking to rules. We all, I'm sure, just want to make money, want to get rich quick, and unfortunately this market will smack you if that's your goal. Do you have a potential they'll break out here? Bar didn't turn bearish though. And we have what looks to be some sort of trend line there. Morning, Dylan. Looks like two pretty tidy legs up here. We might be due for a move back. We'll see. Well, I was hoping for that nice bearish bar here. Right here, sorry. I was hoping for a bearish bar right there. Didn't get it. Good, Grant. Please do. Please do. Wait for the perfect setup. And if it doesn't happen today, it doesn't happen. No worries. Wait, try again tomorrow. It's better to conserve your capital than lose it. Oh man, yeah, for sure. Sure. Well, again, cheering for you. And doing that, it'll help you mentally too. Like, you're only looking for the best setups. When you finally take one, you're not going to be worried about whether you lose or not, because you're like, I made the best decision possible. I considered everything. I waited. This is the perfect setup according to my rules, and so win or lose, it's all good. That's the best I could do. Gosh, this new NinjaTrader update, you can't. I always like to drag trend lines like way out into the future. And on the old NinjaTrader, you could do that with your mouse, like keep dragging it off the screen. But the new one, you can't do that. It stops right when the chart stops. That's really annoying to me. Which, by the way, I did do the NinjaTrader upgrade. For those of you on Apex accounts, I know they had mentioned to not upgrade, and I didn't want to, but it was affecting my personal Ninja account, so I needed to upgrade. I gritted my teeth, crossed my fingers, and all working pretty good. So no complaints here, except for that trendline thing. That's annoying. So yeah, if you're considering updating NinjaTrader, but were previously scared to because of Apex or another funded account or whatever. It's been working for me. I'm sure you all saw as well, but Apex decided again to do 80% off. So take advantage of that. I would say it's a limited time, but they seem to do this quite frequently. So yeah, take advantage of that. Code IMTJ. That'll also get you entered in for the chance to win a performance account. Without having to do an evaluation. They're giving out $1 million worth of performance accounts. So yeah, and each evaluation you get gets you an entry, so could be you. That'd be pretty sweet to get a funded account without having to do an evaluation. Hey Bud, thanks for the shout out. It's good to have you. I'm glad you're appreciating the stream. Macaroons, thanks for sharing your story. I think we've all probably been there. Do really good learning, feeling confident, and then you switch to live money and everything kind of goes to crap. And that's kind of the point I was making, is that the main struggle is not the actual strategy and learning. It's your own mind, battling yourself. Yeah, trading in the zone is legit. If you actually implement what he's talking about, of course. That's the hard part. And Grant Gabe had a decent idea. Like if you're struggling, you know, if you don't have a large account and you're kind of right on the edge, why not try, you know, a funded account through Apex or some other company? You know, Apex right now, it's like $30. You know, might be a good opportunity. Take some of the pressure off. Boy, this is kind of ugly. EMA is flat. I don't know how valid this range is anymore because we're kind of going up and down out of it. I don't think it makes sense to widen it. Maybe it does. That kind of looks pretty good. I do want to see prices visit down here though, for me to keep that range up. Oh sweet, that's right. That's exactly what I did, huh, Dylan? Great minds. It's like this move down might be played out as well. Cannot take this inside bar. to go long, unfortunately. Maybe we'll get a failed breakout to the downside here. Yeah, just to remind everyone, the market is open right now. You might not be able to tell it by judging by the price action. The market is in fact open. Yes, and news at 10 a.m. Thank you, Dylan. Or Grant, rather. Dang it, this is moving up too fast. Really thought this was going to be a good opportunity for a failed breakout, and then we're just above the midline, above the EMA. Can't take that anymore. Probably good on a smaller time frame. Let's check out like the 1500 tick. No, not quite. Maybe the 1000 tick. Nope. Big bars on all that. Nice, Gary. The pre-market ninja. Well, when we break out of this range, guys, it is likely to be explosive. Because there's actually quite a few candles forming. Like, things are moving pretty well. It's just not going anywhere. And I already mentioned earlier all of the support, you know, right here from yesterday as well. A lot of orders sitting underneath that. If prices can start to poke through, I mean, you could see a swift move down for sure. Myron and Aaron, I haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to have you back. Vacation, nice. Always important to take vacations. I bet you're feeling refreshed and ready to go. Just don't do what I do sometimes, and after a vacation I'm like, oh man, I feel so energized, I'm ready to trade, and then overtrade and have a red day. All sim today, love it. Well, we do have news in 15 minutes, so perhaps the market's just waiting for the news. Maybe it might be more higher impact than originally I was thinking. ISM services PMI. Like I said, you know, the candles themselves are actually quite volatile. Just that we're trapped in a range. So yeah, that's my prediction, is that when 10 o'clock hits, we're gonna have a big move. Which direction? No idea. This is like a loaded coil. Look at that candle. Like, are you kidding me right now? Look at that thing. Pretty much took up the entire trading range. Don't get chopped up in this nonsense, guys. Is there a lot of echo on my mic? Okay, whew. Glad to hear it. Gosh, tempting to play a failed breakout here, but these candles are volatile, man. I don't know if I trust any of this. Pontus, good to have you. I don't think I've seen you around before. Welcome. Oh, this is tempting. This is so tempting. This is so fadeable. If we get up towards the top where I can have little risk, I might take it. Never mind. And we're done. Should have taken it. Yeah. I should have been thinking a little quicker on that one. That's okay. I don't mind. Like I said, these candles are just pretty volatile. Like, I don't mind skipping out on a trade right now. If this was felt really no guts, no glory. That's true, Gary. That's true. It's fair. Well, if we get a lower high, I might take it. We'll see if I even would have scalped out there. 2175 to 2050. No, I wouldn't have even scalped out, so glad I skipped it. Unless I had a nice limit order on there, then I would have gotten it. Sorry, Dylan. That sucks. I think it was a good look. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. And now it'll probably rocket down to the bottom just to piss Dylan off. Yeah, I think we do have a slight bullish bias here. Looking from these lows, you'll notice, and I already had to adjust my range once, right? These bodies are a little bit higher. This is a little bit higher. Same with the highs. Started here, got a little bit higher, a little bit higher. So there is a slight bullish bias to all this right now. I'm hesitant to extend my range for that reason. We might actually be trending up. But obviously, I hope this goes without saying, that doing something like this is probably not a good idea. Although it does fit pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, thanks for that update, Pontus. Yeah, that'll do it. Having two windows open will definitely do it. You know what? I'm gonna leave this on here, guys. Normally don't like doing wide channels like that in trading range, but that fits really nice. Oh, is NQ dumping right now? I'll switch over. Is it? Oh, where are we at here? Where are you, NQ? There you are. Oh yeah. Well, that might drag SPY with it. If tech is heavy, that might be a little indication of where our news release might end up. Eight minutes to news, and this is going to be a volatile one. Hold on to your seats. Got a little overshoot here. That channel seems to be pretty clear to me. This is definitely an overshoot of that. Wouldn't be not surprised if we just drop off here. Good, Grant. We should all be sitting on our hands right now. Gary, best of luck. Finish your house. Finish your house. Do it. Moving sucks. Get it done. Yeah, there is that reversal I was mentioning. After you have an overshoot of a channel like this, you can expect a correction, sometimes a reversal, and that is exactly what's happening here. So that's confirming that this channel is in fact legit. This is an overshoot of it, so we'll see how far this correction goes. Whether or not it's like a complete reversal down to the bottom of the range or just kind of a steep correction. Looking at the 10K, and there is no story here. Everything kind of looks worse on the 10K, and it doesn't look like we have an overshoot on the 10K either. Yeah, that's just kind of an ugly chart. Don't like it. Two minutes, here we go. Gonna get crazy. What if it's not? That'd be so disappointing. Just nothing happens. All this build up and then it's like, no, actually, the market's just chopping. Were you expecting something? Sorry. All right, let's see what happens here. My thought is that we go down with tech kind of leading the way down. All right, good. I'm encouraged that the news actually is doing something, because that is what it was looking like with all the volatility in those candles. Thank you, Impulse. Appreciate that. Me too. Me too. Just gonna draw a little rectangle here to reflect that this is when the news came out. Because it can kind of screw up price action a little bit, so it's helpful for me to have a little visual cue that you can kind of ignore this area. I hope you guys are not trading this garbage. If you trade this and you get a win, that is pure luck, man. Best to skip it. I don't think there's anyone in here. Well, I don't know. But it seems like this is a bit more of a disciplined group than that. Johnny, there are some people in here that would, not, I don't know who. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to reduce that temptation sometimes when you just get these massive candles. You just, you know, just looking for a point. Just want, you see something go down. It's like, I just need it to go down one more point. That can be tempting for sure. And I'll say it works until it doesn't. Close to that support there at the bottom. Again, there's gonna be a lot of stops under this level, so if we can start pushing through, we might get a pretty large spike to the downside. I would like this failed breakout here if it wasn't inside this channel. Yeah, we just bounced at the overnight lows. This is a pretty strong move down. It's hard to fade, but if we do have kind of a choppy break and maybe one more push lower with the nice bullish bar, I might take that. But yeah, Jocko, I think that more likely we're going to punch through this level and it's going to get ugly. That's what I'm thinking. Yep, here we go, breaking through the stops. Market does not like the ISM number. Like it is raising inflation concerns again. That's the thing that I've been saying, this market is so news sensitive, so you chop around and then all of a sudden something comes out and we're off to the races one way or another. Might consider a second entry short here. We continue to hold below the range. Get a nice pullback, second entry short. The EMA will probably catch up by that point. This might be too wide, but just for kicks and giggles. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, macaroons. I don't like how steep these candles are here. And technically we have our first entry short right here. I don't like taking this right here. Yeah, I mean, there's our second entry short below a bullish bar. Maybe can wait on a lower high. It's kind of hard to see even where the correction channel would be. There's not really a clear one. That's too wide, and then that is only like 2 bars worth, so I don't know, kind of weird looking. Yeah, no, there's no way to, you don't want to take that trade. You don't want to take a short below a bullish bar. It will not work out for you in the long run. Might work out for some trades, but overall, it's not a profitable strategy. I like a push up and a lower high though. We keep holding this level. That will look a little bit better in terms of our correction as well. Got to push up here though. I don't want it to go any lower. We want enough space between where we would enter and the lows here to get out. Chess, all right. Chess is about to have another banger of a trade. It just drops in mic drops every once in a while. That's Chess's role in this chat. Come in with a mic drop. Now we have a little support forming here. So I can't go short right into that level either. Now we officially have a new low of this channel. That is technically played out. So we'll judge the bounce. Since we have a break and a new low of that channel, we're going to see what the correction looks like and whether or not the EMA can hold prices, or if we get back, you know, above this range level, that will determine whether we need to continue looking for shorts or kind of switch our bias up a little bit. I don't know if this is valid. Excuse me. I don't know if this is valid or not. But looking like maybe it could be a spike in a channel. I'm not going to have that up quite yet, but something I'm eyeing just in case prices continue to push down here. We make a move up here, I'm also going to delete this larger channel. This is really just a just in case channel. Prices had continued to push lower, would have looked to see them test that area, and we might still, we'll see. But if we start going above the EMA and holding prices, then that big one's not going to be valid anymore. And we're pushing above the EMA, so if we get a candle close here above the EMA, I'm going to delete that larger channel. Yep, there we go. So this is what we're working with right now. Never touch the bottom of that. Watching this level pretty closely at 417, 418. Where our previous support was, so if that turns resistance, then we will be looking to the downside, so we'll see. Jess, I hope for your sake that it does that it does fall. And we have, let's see, I don't know what the level is on ES, but yesterday's low is pretty close as well. Are we below that? What on earth? I guess we're already below that. From a price action standpoint, it does not necessarily look like we're just going to drop off the face of the world here. If that was the case, we would have had a lot more momentum coming off of this. But we had a break, we had a new low, and now we're just kind of chopping around. So I don't think we're going to get a super fast, massive drop. Well, we might keep drifting lower, but I think the opportunity for that is kind of past. But we are below the EMA again, so that's good from a bearish standpoint. If we can get below this level, then we might be able to start to pick up a little bit of momentum. But otherwise, we might have a little something like this going on. On this move up here, we already have our first entry long, pull back, so we can get a second entry long. I would have taken the second entry long failure if it would have been a little bit more like this, happened down here. That'd be a good short trade. But instead, it looks like we are bouncing on the low here. There's no real setup. I mean, we're in a range. Plain and simple. We need more information to figure out if this bearish move was legit or if we're going to go back into range-like structure. What I'm thinking now is that we do go back into range-like structure. There's a lot of FOMO in moves like this, especially surrounding news, so there's going to be a lot of buy stops up in here. If the market pushes up into here, it could be pretty swift. $41.05. Let's do it. Let's do it, chess. Oh man, that's quite far down. One idea for those targets is to do measured moves. So from this move, like so, a good target would be 41.10. That's where you could see a bounce. If it decides to go lower, you could see a bounce right around here. There is our second entry long. Like it would fail. I don't think this is a setup, and you're really not looking for that kind of stuff in a range, especially in the middle, but just calling out the count as I see it. if your eye's not trained for that stuff, you want to just continue, even if there's no potential setup, always be looking, okay, what entry are we on right now? Where's the count, you know? What's our short entry? What's our long entry? So you want it to be able to be automatic, where you just look at a chart and you go, okay, we're almost at our second entry long, plus failed second entry short, or whatever. Train your brain, train that super pattern recognizing computer. Okay, so now we have this guy. This guy already got that measured move. Switch into the 10K. Let's see how it's looking over here. Like a jumbled mess is what it looks like. I don't even know what to make of this. Really, it just looks ugly. Well, like I said, this did not have the makings of a big drop. When you get a move down like this, you want to see continuation, especially below a key level like this. So yeah, when you get a move down and it breaks and doesn't just continue to drop, chops around, you know that a drop gets less and less likely at this point. So yeah, I saw that coming. And again, like I mentioned, a lot of buy stops right in here. Playing around with the idea of a bigger pattern. I don't like how any of that fits, really. That feels way too wide, but it does match on the highs and the lows. Hey Mark, good to have you. Yeah, this is Ninja Trader. Which, if you've never used it before, I really like it. I think it's a pretty solid program. If you're a computer guy, coder, whatever, and it's very programmable. I know that's a big draw for a lot of people. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the new version too. They honestly, it doesn't seem like they changed much, except just the branding. I think someone mentioned yesterday It just turned all the orange logos, or sorry, all the red or logos orange. That's pretty much it. Look sharp. And like I said, they made a mistake with these trend lines. You can't extend them past your chart. That really frustrates me. I like seeing a channel and just dragging it to infinity, and then when I zoom out, it's already set, and I don't have to mess with it. It's the details, man. It's the small details. So our initial move up here had a break and a new high. We expect a correction. We are getting it right here. Let's see if we can push below that EMA. And when there's no overall bias for the day, we're just playing these short-term channels. I'm happy for Chess on this move. Looks like it is going in his favor, so right on. No, Mark, actually that is what's the, maybe I can post the link. It's a tool created by someone called Price Action Toolbar. I'll drop a link in the chat in case you're interested. It's got a couple pretty sweet tools. Measured move, there's like, you know, quick buttons for channels and arrows and things like that. Yeah, that bull trap was epic. Woo! Nice, Chess. Yeah, for sure. That'd be way too close for me, especially after you get a nice move in your favor. It's looking good. That's a pretty bullish move to go against you. So that is coming back around. Oh, we might get that measured move from that initial move down. We're pretty close to it. See if we can get a second entry short here. Want the EMA to hold. Don't really like the support here though. From earlier, that would kind of prevent, I wouldn't want to take a short right into that. And this move up, oh my gosh. People are getting ruined right now. Sorry about that, Chess, but hey, better than taking the full loss up here, right? It was a good idea, and I you know, I really like that idea because you had this big move down. a pullback to that support turned resistance, that easily could have just rocketed down. So I think you had a great setup there. These V-shape reversals are just ruinous. Bull trap, boom. Bear trap. I mean, people are getting wrecked. Yeah, good call out, Dylan. I think you're right. Let's take a look at that bigger downtrend again. That I can't extend beyond my chart, stupid ninja trader. There's our first entry. This might be really nice here. This is a very clean leg up and a break. If we get one more little leg up and a nice bearish bar on the second entry short, this could be really good. This would be the only thing that would bring me hesitation, is this support from over here. But I think it might be worth the risk. Come on, baby, move up. Give us that entry. EMA starting to flatten out a bit. We really want this to happen soon before we get congested. We already have two doji bars that formed, so this needs to be the one that ticks above here. Here we go. It's actually helpful to have a bullish bar first and then get a bearish bar. Starts to draw in some bulls. This turns bearish, I'm going to take it. Got my order ready. I think I'm going to risk it. EMA is kind of flat though. It's a pretty small bar though. I'm in. Risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna move my target up just a little bit so I don't have to get past that bottom wick. Come on, baby. There we go. Move my stop to break even. Let's see if we can get a runner on this. Oh, runner stopped out, but hey, we'll take it. Got the trade for the day. Did we pass? Let's take a gander at that. Dude, we passed, baby. Look at that. 25K account just got funded. Boom. So stoked about that. And really, like, needed some patience, but it didn't take that long, to be honest. When did we start that? Maybe like 3 weeks ago. So yeah, that really didn't take that long. Way better than trying to get it done in like a couple days and failing. You just gotta be patient, man. No, Greg, actually it's not. No, I actually I'm trying not to say how many accounts I have a lot of PAs that I do. So actually they're all being traded at the same time on trade copier. So yeah, that trade was copied to all my PAs plus my personal account. But yeah, if you like that trade, you know, throw a like on the stream for me finally getting this 25K account funded. Show some love. You know what would be really cool? I wish you could do this. Is like give away a PA account. Like if I could trade one and get it all funded or whatever, and then give it away to someone, do like a drawing. That'd be really sweet. I might talk to Apex about that actually. I don't think you can transfer ownership over for a PA account, but there might be an opportunity there. So I'm gonna check that out. So all my other PA accounts are well, most of them are 50K accounts. I have a couple 150K accounts as well. So I've never done the 25K. I think I'm gonna, I mean, you know, for this challenge on the stream, I was sized up quite a bit. I don't know whether I'm gonna do that or not in the PA stage. I might switch over to micros. I don't know though. I kind of like being aggressive like this. Yeah, I think I might do that. $5 25K accounts. Wow. It's like a race to the bottom at this point, man. Like all these, you know, especially since Apex came out and kind of undercut all the competition, like all these funding companies are having to try to catch up to that. That's true, Jocko. I will get more views and subs being aggressive, but it's true, but I don't want to do that. The thing is, like, traders like that are a dime a dozen, right? I really hope to show something different. I'm not gonna be, don't worry, Dylan, I won't. I promise I won't. I think what's lacking, one of the things that's lacking in the trading community is patience. Like someone displaying like, yo, look, you don't have to take a trade every day, wait for the A+ stuff. And yeah, I think that's definitely lacking, and it may not be the most exciting thing to watch, and it may not get all the views and the clicks, but honestly it's what's worked. And I've said this many times, but I'll say it again, like that is literally the thing that brought me from being a struggling trader to a profitable one. Was I just stopped trading as much. I just waited for the best setups, only took you know, a couple a day, and if nothing happened, like if, you know, there wasn't an A+ setup, I just didn't take it, didn't trade for that day. So it's not the most thrilling thing out there, but it's profitable, dude. And like, do the math. You know, the amount I made today, copy that over many accounts, like it's very profitable. So and that might be that's the one thing I'm considering as far as like reaching a wider audience, is whether or not I want to showcase like how much I'm making, because that could certainly get clicks, but I don't know if I want to put myself out there like that. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'm still thinking through that. But anyway, because I don't want it, yeah, I don't know, I have a lot to think about in regards to that. But if y'all have any input in that, that'd be cool. So bummer that we couldn't get a runner on this, because there's no real low or high to re-enter, but this looks like it's gonna hit the measured move. That would have been really sweet to ride that out, but oh well. Runners aren't guaranteed, they're a bonus, so they don't happen, they don't happen. Bulletproof Ego by Philip Meyer. I will. Thank you, Aaron. That I'm intrigued for sure. Bulletproof Ego. I like that. No idea what it's about, but that title is intriguing. So looks like we could get our measured move and maybe even then some. That would be sweet to see us bust through this, test the bottom, confirm this larger channel, and then we could get another short opportunity pretty soon right after this. So this might be a 2-trade live stream, guys. We'll see. Yeah, Chess. I know a lot of guys who have read that, and I've heard the same thing. I keep hearing that title. I really gotta get on that one of these days. Hey, thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. You're welcome. It's good to be here. Good to trade with you guys. And I really appreciate this community. This is a good group of traders. I appreciate the positivity, people cheering others on. That's what it ought to be like. So as this thing grows, and again, I have plans for expanding, doing some education, really building like the trading community here. So as this expands, that is my commitment, that this will always be a positive place, and one where people feel welcome and supported. And yeah, that's how it ought to be. There's a lot of just the opposite in the trading community, right? And people encouraging others to YOLO their life savings and all that, or you know, being overly critical. And yeah, I just don't want any of that. Not fun. Extending my channel here. That is really gonna start to piss me off, guys, that I can't extend that beyond my window. I wonder if anyone else has noticed that with this release, or if I'm the only one that gets bothered by that. Appreciate that, Dylan. What would Joe do? Good. I really hope that is kind of what the main takeaway folks that watch me is like, dude, patience pays off. You don't have to take a million trades to be profitable. What would Brian Boitano do? Wow, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't know about a. There's definitely a possible wider downtrend here, for sure. I'm sure that's what you're talking about, but you don't really need that, to be honest, because we have this like Big Daddy channel already. So I think that's the main play here. Oh my gosh. All right, so here we go, guys. Here's the possible opportunity for another trade. We will see. It will take quite a bit to make this happen because we do want to see a pullback all the way to the EMA. We got kind of a long ways to go. Give me that key entry point. That's right, Aaron. But at the same time, we don't want to see it get up there too quickly. It's, man, it's so delicate sometimes, the nuances with this stuff. We just want to see two clean legs. You know, leg up, leg down, leg up. That's all we're looking for. I do use, thank you, Jono. I don't know, sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I do use VWAP on SPY. So I look at that from time to time, but it doesn't affect my trading decisions as far as price action strategies. As far as this strategy that I'm trading, right? So there's other ways that I trade where VWAP is a bit more relevant. So it's one of those things that I will look at for sure and always be mindful of. But if I get a good setup according to price action strategies, like if there's a second entry long with the trend and maybe it's going right into VWAP, I don't care really, as long as everything else lines up. But speaking of which, I'm going to take a look at that on the SPY chart. Yeah, I mean, and we've been below VWAP for most of the day. Oh yeah, I actually have, so the ATR up here is ticks, as you can probably see, and then also this down here is the ATR in points. Yeah, so same deal. I've seen someone with like a floating ATR where it like is right here by the bar. If anyone knows where to find that, I would really like that, to have the ATR right by the current bar so I know exactly when it's going to end and the new bar is going to start. That would be super helpful. I don't have to look other places on the screen. Oh, you have that, Aaron? Sweet. Yeah, I would love to use that. And no second entry. Dylan, I used the Apex one. I didn't realize when I was initially getting it that it was just basically a copy of the Replicano one. But I've never had any issues. Yeah, I've never had anything. I mean, there's occasionally like where I will get billed on one account and not another, something like that. You know, I do have a couple accounts that I trade micros on instead of minis, and so it, you know, copies over all my mini trades, copy over to micros. And sometimes like those accounts will close out early or something like that. But honestly, I've never had any major issues, and I have the window up right here. So if any, like, you know, if one of my accounts is not closed out, I'll just manually like flatten my position. So, yeah, I mean, I think you're gonna get that kind of stuff with any trade copier. As you get like slippage between orders, it's a lot to manage, you know, especially like if you have a lot of accounts like me. So yeah, I mean, it's worked fine for me. Does what I need it to do. TT, do I trade any long-term system? If you mean swing trading, no, I don't typically swing trade. I mean, so yeah, like I trade stocks as well. I don't swing trade futures or anything like that. This is pretty much right now my main focus. There's other strategy, like I'm part of the one option community for trading stocks. I'm one of the moderators in the chat over there, but I honestly haven't touched stocks in like this whole year because futures have been doing so well, and yeah, more and more I'm like, man, I really want to focus in on one thing and not be so distracted. And if it's working, like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So yeah, I have other strategies that I trade, but right now this is all I'm doing. Dylan, actually, no. I do have another job as well. So I'm doing both, and I've talked about this before. I really like my other job, so I'm not really interested in just quitting it. Yeah, it pays well. I enjoy it. And it is nice, honestly, to have an income that is consistent. I mean, trading does really well, but the pressure of like, I have to do this today or I'm not getting groceries is hard. And I'm prepared, you know, I know that one day I will do this full time, but that's definitely a mindset switch and will take a lot of work, I think. So yeah, just don't want to jump into that if I don't have to. And as of now, I'm able to do both. So don't be like Grant. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, yes, Dylan. Very busy. Also have a wife and 2 small kids, so I stay busy for sure. For sure. Okay, well, had a little overshoot of our channel. But with how bearish everything has been, I kind of want to widen it. I don't know if it's a true overshoot or not. We'll see. We'll wait to see how prices react here. That will kind of tell us. If we keep going lower, then it wasn't an overshoot. But if we correct here, then that's what's going on. So now I will look at that channel. I forgot who called it out. Because the larger one is not lining up well right now, maybe the smaller one's in play. So gonna keep that on my chart for a while, see what's up. But I'm not gonna take a second entry short here if it forms. Well, I guess it technically did form, but I won't even take like a double trap or a lower high because this is a kind of a sketch area in the chart. If we have an overshoot, if that's what this is, we can expect a larger correction. If this channel is in play, we never touched the bottom of it, so that makes me cautious as well. So here I am expecting a larger correction, and so I don't want to take a second entry short here until I have a bit more confirmation that the downtrend is going to continue. So, and we're also, this is looking like we're still in the correction channel, so gonna wait this out. want this to get a break, a new high, and then push below the EMA again, and at that point feel confident in taking a short, or obviously, you know, meandering all the way up and confirming the top. But if we're ultra bearish, that's not going to happen. So still below EMA. Didn't get that push up we were looking for here if it was a typical overshoot. So I think I'm actually just going to widen the big channel. Because of this is being supported right here, being confirmed, I'm kind of tempted to take this lower high if it forms well. Yeah, I'm pretty, if it's a small bar, I might risk it too. Although I do want to turn off my evaluation account so I don't fail it after passing it. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch over to a PA instead as the leader account. So I can protect that evaluation that we just passed. Yeah. Man. I think I'm gonna hold off though. Didn't even touch EMA anywhere. It is tempting to take this lower high. Not close to the EMA. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna skip it. If you take that trade though, that's totally understandable. But man, we're just so close to the bottom of this big channel. Looks like it would have worked, maybe. Yeah, probably would have worked. So if you took that trade, good on you. Yeah, Greg, all right. Did you miss that, Toad? Yeah. No shame in holding off. Yeah, that's the thing too, I think. Jocko. Already got a win for the day. I want to make sure that it's a really good setup. I don't want to risk profits. And this is pretty good. This is a pretty decent setup. You know, second entry short, lower high. But there was a lot of things going against it, just that it never touched the EMA, expecting a larger correction off the bottom of the channel. So it's a little bit risky as well. Not too bad of a bar, but I didn't want to risk. That wasn't like an A+ trade, I don't think. Nice, Grant. Good, good. 6%. Live to trade another day, my friend. Okay, which channel is gonna win out here? We're bouncing on the low of the big channel, but riding the high of the smaller channel. Which will it be? Looks like the big channel may win out. Alright, so we're getting our push up here. This is where I'm expecting a larger correction. If we can get above the EMA. Looks like our bigger channel is being confirmed. This is a second entry short here, but I think you're too low to take this. I don't think it's wise. But you also don't want to trade the failure, obviously, and try to counter trend, pick a bottom. Not a good idea. Yeah, agreed, Aaron. You really, when you're looking for like a short trade, you want to do it coming off of the highs of whatever channel you're in. Yeah, you want to catch the right at the end of the correction and looking for the next push. But when you're at the bottom right here, you can get a lot. I mean, you have so much room to correct here that you have to be really convinced that it's strong bearish momentum that's going to overshoot to take a trade down there. So like where we took that trade up here, that's perfect, right? Because you have so much room to the downside right after a correction. So that's the ideal spot right at the EMA. That's the ideal spot to enter in. Man, I really wish we would have got the runner. Look at that, man. That would have been beautiful. The runner would have been stopped right here. I would have trailed it over each of these swings right here. I would have just gotten stopped out, but that would have been a lot. But can't guarantee that in the market. But now we are getting that correction, and this could really start to get going. All right, well, I think we're in for possibly a larger correction, but only looking to the short side. So kind of some parting thoughts for the day. Unless you get a break above this channel and an attempt lower that, you know, then continues higher, don't even think about long trades. Might there be some possibilities of some longs that set up here? Yeah, of course, but overall bias is bearish. So most high probability approach would be to wait for bullish corrections to play out and then look to short again. If prices get all the way up to the top of the range, that'll be an excellent opportunity to look for a failed second entry long below the EMA, or it's also okay. I'm going to put the midline up of this channel here. If the midline's holding, that's cool too. You don't have to wait for prices to get all the way up. If this midline is showing resistance and we start to get below the EMA, if the EMA is trending down, still look for a short in here. But the main thing is you just want to look at the short-term channels and make sure that you're not in one if you're going to take a short. So you're in the middle of a bullish channel, I don't care if there's a second entry short, don't take it. Wait for a break and new high. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking for the rest of the day. Again, as always, appreciate y'all. Really, it's great to have the support. If you're finding value here, do all the things, you know, smash all the buttons and all that stuff. And tell some friends if you have some traders that might benefit from the stream, spread the news. So anyway, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Take care, trade safe, be patient. See you tomorrow at 9 a.m.